What if you could upload your mind into a computer? Not just your memories or your voice, but you, your thoughts, your feelings, your sense of self. Would you still be you, or would something essential be lost in the translation? We have seen it in films: Avatar, Transcendence, Her, humans transcending biology, escaping the limits of the body, and stepping into a digital eternity. The fantasy is seductive, a future where death is optional, where the soul can be stored like a file and rebooted in a better body. But this raises a question deeper than any sci fi plot can answer. Can consciousness, the most mysterious thing in the universe, be transferred into a machine? Throughout history, humans have longed to escape death. Religion offered heaven. Science now offers code. The idea of uploading our minds, sometimes called as whole brain emulation, suggests that if we could scan the brain in perfect detail, neuron by neuron, we could recreate ourselves in a machine. Imagine it. No more sickness, no more aging, a mind that lives forever in the cloud. It sounds like immortality. But is it still you? Or just a digital puppet wearing your memories like a mask? Before we ask whether consciousness can be uploaded, we must ask something far more difficult. What is consciousness? Neuroscientists define it as subjective experience, the ability to feel, to be aware. But here's the mystery: we can measure the brain, we can scan thoughts and reactions, but no instrument on earth can detect the feeling of being you. This is what philosopher David Chalmers calls the hard problem of consciousness. Why do physical processes in the brain give rise to experience? Why does seeing red feel like anything at all? We know which parts of the brain light up, but we don't know how those lights turn into life. Despite these questions, science marches on. Elon Musk's Neuralink is developing brain computer interfaces that could someday link thought directly to code. In research labs, scientists simulate tiny portions of brain on supercomputers. The goal? To eventually replicate the whole mind. Meanwhile, artificial intelligence is evolving. Language models like ChatGPT can mimic human conversation. Digital avatars can replicate voices, gestures, even personalities. And yet, they don't know they exist. They simulate emotion, but they do not feel it. They compute, but they do not contemplate. Let's imagine you upload your mind. A perfect digital copy is made. Same memories, same personality. Your biological body dies. The copy wakes up. Here's the question: did you survive? Or did something get left behind? Some philosophers say what matters is the continuity of function. Others say identity is tied to the physical brain. And then there are those, like the sages of Vedanta, who say the self is not the body, not the mind, not even the stream of thoughts, but the unchanging witness behind it all. Can that witness be digitized? Can a machine contain the infinite? A machine can store data. It can mimic your voice. It can even predict your choices. But can it feel beauty? Can it experience awe, stillness, love, or grief? Can it sit in silence and be aware of its own existence? Not as a code, but as a presence. According to Advaita Vedanta, consciousness is not product of the brain. The brain is a product within consciousness. You are not a machine running software. You are the awareness in which all thoughts appear and disappear. And no machine, no matter how advanced, can simulate that. So, can consciousness be transferred into a machine? Maybe we can copy behavior, maybe we can preserve personality, but the true self, the one asking the question, cannot be uploaded because it was never in the brain to begin with. We may build machines smarter than us, but will they ever ask, who am I? That question, the simplest and the deepest, may be one thing that forever separates man from machine. In chasing immortality, let us not forget real miracle, not living forever, but being aware right now. The self is not in the machine is in the self.